good to get back out on the field. I can tell you that. It's a lot of fun working with these guys. It was a great recall today. Even the freshmen that were jumping in and getting some reps, it was good for them. It's just good to see you guys run around again.
When you have so much newness, especially on offense, do you go at a different pace this spring as opposed to last spring as far as what you unveil?
No, we won't go at a different pace. I mean, we're going to expect these guys to, they got to come up to our standard, and they will. There'll be a lot of problems early on. There'll be a big learning curve for a lot of them. But they'll catch up.
How much of that learning curve is with the 4 new coaches?
The defensive guys, I can tell you, they probably haven't missed a beat. Other than where they go on the field and all that, that'll take a couple days to get used to. But I thought they did a nice job today. Offensively, the running back coach, DeAndre, he's learning a new offense. The guys on defense, they already know the offense.
Very obviously, the quarterback position is one that's going to be talked about a lot. Can that job be won during the spring or lost, or do you envision?
It could be. I mean, I'm not going to say no or never to any of it, so it could be. I'm hoping these guys are expecting to win the job in spring, and if it happens, if somebody separates himself that much in the spring, then that we could have a starter. Whether or not that happens, I don't know. We'll see.
How are you handling things like reps and just the work distribution for those?
Yeah, right now those we got 3 guys that are getting equal reps, so they'll rotate throughout the spring. They're all going to get the same amount of reps. Now they may not get them all with the 1s or with the 2s, but they're going to get the reps until we start seeing somebody separate, and then we'll start changing reps.
Does Nathan start out a little ahead of the others since he had some game action last year, or are they all about the same?
He went out there today with the 1s, and when he said the 1s, I mean, he was the one that went out there. I mean, because he's the only one that's taken a snap. So, that's going to happen. But he's not our, we don't have a starting quarterback right now. We don't have a starting left tackle. We don't have a starting right guard. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but we don't. I mean, it's all starting over and at every position. The problem at quarterback is we have 3 unproven guys right now.
How daunting is that? Like, you're starting over with everything, it seems like, with this team.
Not everything, but we always do. I know you guys don't want to believe that, but we go into spring always saying, okay, nobody's got a starting position, and we start from scratch. But the problem is now is we have a lot of guys with inexperience, and so we got to get them as much experience as we possibly can this spring in these 15 practices, and we got to put them in as many uncomfortable situations as we can possibly put them into.
Are you confident that the talent level is in place and it's just taking experience this year?
I think we've got some really talented players. I really do. Now, getting them that experience so they look like they're talented players is the key.
You mentioned left tackle. Do you expect Bentley to win that job, and you also expect him to maybe become the leader of that group?
I think Bentley can be. I definitely think Bentley can be the leader of that group. I think he can grow into the leader, and he's kind of taking that role on, and he's working hard at it. I mean, this spring is a big deal for us about developing our leaders on our football team at every position, but then also building a cohesive team at the same time. And so that's really important. That's one of our objectives this spring.
Because there's a lot of youth in that group, and some of the other ones too, but in that one in particular, is it important that he becomes that leader quickly, so you got to have a guy like that in that room?
Yeah, it's always good. I mean, we need a guy to step up. We need a guy, and he'll be the one that does it, and he is doing it right now. So, but we got to have that at every position. Running back, who do you want to step up? I mean, who do you want to be the leader? The oldest one is a sophomore, so. I mean, we're young at a lot of positions, and so they'll grow up quick, and but they're also, we've got guys that are able to lead from both sides of the ball, so that's a good thing.
Which receivers are you excited about?
Every one of them.
Take some names we should know, we should look out for.
After day one?
Just from the last 2 or 3 years and now.
I mean, you got Jamal Millett and Austin Cole and JT Coffin. I saw him catch a few balls a day. Anthony Ratliff, Rontavious Groves, Roscoe Johnson. I'm trying to name everyone there is. So